I've been using a campaign that's opposite to 99% of Facebook ads advice.
Towards one targeting, towards one ad.
Represents around 10% of your budget.
We're doing good on a return on ad spend.
And it's something only the top pros use to 10x the sales of e-commerce brands. This is the simplest and most reliable way to get your Facebook ads past 1,000 or 10,000 and more in daily ad spend. I've been doing just that in the past 5 years with dozens of stores in all different niches as part of my Shopify marketing agency to grow 7, 8, and 9-figure brands. In this video, I'll show you every detail of the campaign and strategy so you spend less time managing your ad account. You'll see how to use this campaign to avoid ad fatigue, audience fatigue, and campaigns are dying. This saves you so much time and money. Plus, you'll learn the biggest mistake Facebook marketers make with their ad account that stops a store from scaling. Here's the strategy that's the opposite to 99% of advice I've heard on running Facebook ads. Imagine you're ready to invest in the stock market. Like all starters, you heard about a guy who claims to make thousands every day by day trading. So you dive in, you're glued to the screen, making rapid decisions, constantly buying and selling, reacting to every market move. It's stressful, draining, and despite all that effort, your returns are all over the place. After months of work, you're left with 5% gains and a whole lot of exhaustion. Now, picture another scenario. This time you follow the advice of the legendary granddaddy of investing, Warren Buffett. You invest in an index fund. There's no daily monitoring, no stress. You simply allocate your funds and set it up. Let it grow steadily. You can even go start a Shopify brand because you have spare time. Over time, you get the market average returns of 7% with no time invested and a few headaches. When it comes to Facebook ads, many advertisers take the day trading approach. If you constantly tweak ad sets, release ads every day, duplicate campaigns, and run multiple campaigns, you're trying to outsmart the algorithm. But just like with day trading, this leads to wasted effort, inconsistent results, and frustration. Stop running Facebook ads like a day trader. The smarter approach is to treat them like an index fund, set it up properly, monitor strategically, and let Facebook's system do the heavy lifting. Facebook's own engineers design the platform for simplicity, not complexity. So I'll show you how to stop day trading Facebook so you can see better results with far less stress. Having managed millions and millions of ad spend, I can tell you complexity fails because it creates unpredictability. Unpredictability stops you from forecasting your ad budget, inventory, and creative needs. Complexity fails because you are telling Facebook you know how to get more sales at a better cost than it does. You've got to be ignorant to believe you can make better decisions than a multi-billion-dollar AI learning machine who has more data points than you. The decision to duplicate an ad set, for example, to revive it, the decision to find a new interest to target, or the decision to do manual bidding strategies, they all use retroactive data. You are literally making worse decisions from things that have already happened, not what will happen. The best account strategy you can do right now that's existed for years is to run a single broad campaign with one ad set. I'll show you how to do it the right way, even if you're doing it right now, so you deal with multiple products, different countries, and test ads correctly. When creating the campaign, select the sales objective. Other campaign objectives are a joke. So many marketers and agencies will use brand awareness campaigns thinking they need to drive more awareness at the top of the funnel. If that's you, you're making the mistake of not understanding broad. The types of ads you create in your broad ad set is what gets you new audiences. Don't use the Advantage Plus shopping campaign and select manual if the option is given. Advantage Shopping Plus campaigns are great if you have a low budget percentage set, probably 15%. Their objective is sales, not content, and Facebook is a content machine. Once you understand how we build this super effective campaign, you'll understand why Advantage Plus campaigns kill scale and profits. Select the auction buying type, which is default. You'll always select this buying type. Go with website for the conversion location to begin with. This is something here worth testing later because website and shop can work well. At the ad set level, select the performance goal of maximize number of conversions. Then back at the campaign level, For the daily budget, so we're using CBOs or Advantage Campaign budgets instead of at the ad set level. We want to set this to a starting budget of 3x, 3 times your expected cost to get a purchase. So if you had other campaigns get a CPA of $40, for example, you'd set the daily budget to $120. If you're new to Facebook, pick a CPA to break even to begin with, then set your budget at 3x that. You used to need a budget of at least 5x your CPA, but as of July 2024, Meta's rapid learning phase of getting 10 conversions in 3 days makes this easier than ever. Now, for audience controls, set your targeted countries. Most stores ship to a single country, so you'd select that country. If you ship to multiple countries, begin with the country where you get the most sales. Once you get success, you can edit the campaign with a related country. You can expand your scale by grouping countries into the campaign. For other countries, I suggest a new campaign that mimics everything I'm doing. So focus on the main country to begin with. I suggest leaving the age at 18. You may think your audience is only 30 years old and over. If that is actually the case, Meta will serve your ads to people 30 years old and over. Meta knows more about acquiring customers than you do. Leave the languages alone. And in other campaigns, you may see a gender option. If you have the gender option, unless you're selling something like bras that are clearly for one gender, leave the gender selections to target both men and women. And leave the placements alone. Target Advantage Plus placements. You can then go on to create your ads. How easy is that? The only thing you should have customized in your ad set is the location and maybe the age or gender. Then for the ads, you want to put 2 or 6 of your best ads, no more. This is how you scale into thousands of spend per day because you have predictability. What you've just made is called a broad campaign. This campaign will take like 60 to 80% of your ad budget to drive customers. This campaign will also be your middle and bottom of the funnel. It can last years. The broad campaign is the best strategy you can have in your arsenal as a Facebook advertiser. By running this campaign, you'll do better than most agencies who rely on hacks with many campaigns, weird objectives, and custom audiences. There's more to understand about broad campaigns that can save you losing thousands per day. You've got to know what I'm about to tell you, otherwise you'll hurt scale. Even if you're seeing better in-platform ROAS with interest and lookalikes, your blended CPA, which is a sum of your ad spend divided by new customers, will be worse than if you did broad. Why is that? With these audiences, you'll eventually just advertise to people who are already engaging with your emails, Google Ads, and other social profiles. There's bad incrementality, so you're not creating new revenue. When you use an audience type that isn't broad, you're choking the algorithm, keeping it in a prison cell. By running a broad campaign, you're letting the billion-dollar machine use all of its data points to acquire you the most customers at the lowest cost. Once it sees the type of person engaged with your ad while another type of person doesn't, each new time the ad shows, it's more likely to serve to the person who engaged with your ad. It's the ads when used with broad targeting that determine who you target. This is a secret to scaling big. In the description, I've given you the campaign framework, how to use it with Advantage shopping campaigns, how to use it with catalogs, plus a framework to test ads. This is all in a Google Sheet, so you can apply the lessons from this video to scale your e-commerce brand. If this is so simple, why aren't 99% of people using this strategy? By understanding these reasons, you'll learn how to manage your campaign better to scale an e-commerce brand. So there's 5 reasons people don't use this strategy for their store. 1 is ignorance. People just have not been mentored and equipped for the strategy. The second reason comes from the claim of having multiple offers or a lot of SKUs. If this is you, generally you're better off running a broad catalog campaign, but you want to focus on a collection that converts well and leads to the highest lifetime value. You can legitimately deviate from the strategy when you have multiple offers, like a clothing brand with one hero offer for men and another for women. Generally though, your ultimate end goal is to have a single hero offer in one campaign because You can optimize everything in your business like forecasting, inventory management, email marketing. If that offer is efficient enough and suitable for an ultra wide audience, you can get to 6 figures in spend per day with one hero offer alone. That's good enough for a 9-figure brand. So when in doubt, consolidate. The third reason people avoid this is that in the first few days, the results are usually worse. If you see an initial bad performance and don't know it's normal, you'll freak out and cancel it. When you run broad campaigns, just know that the initial performance is likely to be worse as it detects who engages with the ad. Don't edit it and you'll reap the rewards after a week. This 1 week mark is a good benchmark for turning off underperforming ads if you're starting out cold. The fourth reason I think this strategy goes underused is complexity sells better. I run Digital Darts, which is a Shopify marketing agency where we grow Shopify clients through Facebook ads. And I've seen other agencies sell a proprietary system to make it appear their method is better. Proprietary. There are no proprietary methods, just complexity that doesn't work as well. The fifth reason I think this strategy goes underused is the most common and hardest to beat. We compulsively think doing more is helpful. If your cost per purchase crashes for a day, it's hard to fight the temptation to jump in there, set some new targeting, put in some cost caps, or duplicate an ad set. But edits hurt the machine. When you poke your fingers in the machine because of volatility, you're doing more harm in the long run. If performance drops for a day, ignore it. After 3 days of decline, maybe you can drop the budget. Use the budget to scale, not other manual edits. When the performance picks up, step up the budget. 10% increments every 3 days is a good rule of thumb. When you do stupid things like duplicate an ad set because you see performance drop, you're injecting antibiotics into your ad body to nuke everything. You're nuking all the good ad learnings and the bad learnings to start over from scratch. So what ads do you put inside the campaign? Here's how to make and test high converting ads in 1 minute. I've got an awesome legal technique I use for clients. So watch this video here and I'll show you how to make paid ads in 60 seconds that scale your Shopify brand.